This was a cute episode for what it was giving. All right. I definitely struggled getting through it because of so many distractions, but we're going to talk about it now. So Giselle, Karen, Robert, and Ashley link up in some park to sit down, have a good conversation. First we see Giselle and Karen. This is them letting us know those ladies are on better terms comparing to how they were last year. All right. Now Ashley arrives, and before she arrives, they talked about Ashley being busy or something like that. And then Giselle brings up her being on TikTok and how it's her therapy. Listen, TikTok is truly Ashley's therapy. It is truly that girl's therapy. And I must say, watching Ashley's TikToks kind of made me start liking Ashley a little bit, especially when I saw that her and Candace ended up, I think they went out to eat or something like that. And I was like, oh, then what she like the announcement of I think the divorce really took me over. Okay. The divorce definitely got me with one foot in Ashley pond. Okay. I'll say a toe because you know how Ashley do. I may have to pull it back. Okay. Definitely got my feet over there. All right. And girl, it's giving the 10 of it all. Okay. Ashley's looking more like what she is. Okay. The hairstyles are giving. It's crazy because it makes me wonder, like, Ashley, could you not wear these styles when you were with Michael or something? Because now I'm seeing the black girl in you, right? And I'm liking it. Like, do you, Ashley, the free spirit, the TikTokies, the shaking the little bitty booty? Let's go. All right. Don't piss me off though, because then I'll be back on the other side of the pond. All right. So anyway, there's that. They speak on Michael, and Karen has the nerve to ask, "How did they get here?" Girl, I was with Giselle. Don't ask how we get. How did you get here? Bitch, I took the bus. Like, girl, I'm finna get the hell out of Dodge. Like, do you see this man? Do you know what we've been dealing with Michael, and he ain't even our man over the past few years? Like, girl, why is you asking how did we get here? Okay, girl, you knew Michael was full of shit. And y'all also knew more than that why Ashley was really with him. Like, we're not gonna play these games. Ashley was with that man for security. Okay, understand that. That's the reason why she over here a little finicky about this divorce, because it's always about security for her. And I don't blame her. I mean, if you're gonna marry somebody that old, girl, I know it ain't for looks and attraction. You better be for security. But let's keep going. So then Karen says she's 17 youngest because they talk about Ray, and she talks about being 17 years younger or whatever. Giselle called her out, and then Karen's like, "Girl, don't play me, okay? Because my math be mathing better than Miss Mia's." So that's when we get into the conversation about Mia and her latest post that she made earlier this year, talking about the cancer situation. It was definitely confusing, unclear. I was thinking, like, do she have cancer? I couldn't say that she had it because she didn't necessarily say that. Seems like she was going to get the test ran to find out if she got it, but she definitely I I want to say she overhyped it, y'all. I really do. But some part of me feel bad for saying that she overhyped a health scare when some people do overreact to just the minimal type of health situations, you know? So I kind of feel bad for saying that, but that's what it was giving. Like, you overhyped it, overdid it. It was giving a little bit of, not so much as attention as Giselle said, but after such a rough season and people eating your ass up, it was giving sympathy for me, please. Okay. It wasn't right. All right. So then Giselle says that she was confused about Mia for something, for that or whatever. So Robin says that she's confused on what's going on with her because she seems like she's playing with cancer. Like, you try to act like you was the victim, and it also was coming off like you were attention seeking. And this is what Miss Robin was saying. And I'm over here saying to myself, like, well, Candace tried to tell y'all how she was last season, but y'all wasn't really trying to hear. Even Ashley had to chime in and talk about how some things Mia said wasn't, and I'm like, but Ashley, all last season you were talking about how much you liked Mia. Now you want to sit up here and bring the things that she say into question. You know what it probably was? It probably was watching the season back. Well, Ashley probably watched the season back and saw and was like, ooh, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. What you said, Kim? Kim saying, no, Jamie, let's call a thing a thing. Mia knew what she was doing. Ooh, well, I stand corrected. There's that. Embarrassing. All right. So yeah, Ashley probably watched the season back, and maybe other ladies did too, and was like, yeah, that's not how they should have went. Okay. So Karen says that she doesn't play with fake announcements like that, especially like health announcements. She don't play with that. She says that she doesn't believe it was a cry for attention. Maybe it could have been like a serious thing, but ain't nobody gonna know till they had that conversation with me to really find out, like, girl, what's going on? Right. So they switched to talking about Ashley, and she's getting this long needed, long wanted divorce from Michael. Praise God. Okay, so Ashley says that she no longer drinks. I might need to, girl. Listen, I'm lying, girl. I'm gonna have me some wine, girl. If I don't have like no tequila or something like that every now and then, girl, I'm gonna need me some wine. So I don't know how you say you don't drink, Ashley. Like, I don't know. You need more people. Maybe you don't drink like you used to drink, but you may have it occasionally. Anyway, so she says that she no longer drinks. All right. And they was like, okay, so that's the reason why, girl. She was like, well, no, it wasn't just that. I'm like, yeah, Ashley, because right now you're giving us these fake ass answers. Like, come on, you like give us enough for us to believe, because the real answer is, girl, I was never into that man anyway, girl. You knew that, right? But you knew I was there for security, yo. That's why I had them 2 kids. Good, yes, girl. And then he got money, girl. He finna take care of me, bitch. I'm not finna, no, ma'am. So give us the real answer, okay? Or at least not the real one, because that's the real one. Give us an answer we could believe. So then Ashley says that, well, we were down in, having a trip, I guess in Florida somewhere, and there was a woman that was really interested in me, right? And I wasn't. I wasn't interested in doing that, but Michael was. And that was a problem. And then Robin, like, well, girl, I thought that was understood. You had been saying that a long time ago that that's not something you trying to do, that you wasn't trying to share Michael. And she did, because I thought they talked about that in the counseling session or something or whatever. So she tries to say that was, basically she's saying that they're on different levels. I'm like, Ashley, girl, y'all always have been on different levels. And I just don't understand how Michael being in, it's no disrespect or shade. I'm not there yet, which is why I don't understand, okay? I'm not understanding how Michael, being as old as he is, has that much freak in him. All right. That's what I'm saying. Now, I did hear at a young age that the old folk be the ones that be hunching the most. I don't know how. I don't, because I always just figure, hip things come into play, different stuff, back issue. You know what I'm saying? What I thought, but I'm not there yet, so I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just where I'm coming from with it. All right. So, Ashley was struggling to explain, and I said, we get it. He older, you younger. His drive is higher than yours. I don't understand it. I don't understand how, but okay. But the true answer is you're not and never was that interested in him. It's just that. All right. So Ashley says that she and Michael are buying a home with the LLC. Ashley, drop in my DMs how to do that. Let me know what I need to do, girl. Since y'all want to put y'all houses in y'all LLCs, okay, in y'all businesses name or whatnot. Okay. So that's something that they're doing. So Robin chimes in and says, well, that doesn't make sense. So you guys are buying a house, but you're getting a divorce. Like, that's not adding up. Like, why would you do that? And I'm like, then Robin goes to the confessional and says, I mean, I would not buy a house with Juan after I filed for a divorce. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that's crazy. And I'm over here like, girl, shut up. Because didn't you stay with this man for the past few years that y'all have been divorced? House bought or not house bought, and y'all could not buy a house because didn't you have involvement with one of your best friends that resulted in all his fucking money being gone? I'm confused. So there, all the money was gone for him to be able to buy a house any damn way. I'm just lost. And I like Robin. Like, you cool. Like, you may not bring a whole lot like the people say, but I like Robin. But anyway, girl, shut up. Shut up. Okay, I'm with you, but it's coming from the wrong person. Now, if Karen would have got up there in the confessional, I probably would have believed it. But you actually live with this man for decades, and then you want to sit up here, girl, be quiet, be quiet. But did y'all catch the nugget? And it's on my mind now. I may forget, but did y'all catch the nugget at the spring event when Giselle said that the house is in Robin's name? That's why Robin want that motherfucking prenup, baby. And I said, I don't blame Robin for wanting that just a little bit. Just a little bit, girl. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like you should let him get some kind of money from it's considering the fact that you lost his the last time. But anyway, they not my business. But listen, they got a big, beautiful house that she just moved into earlier this year, I believe. And from what they saying, according to Giselle, from what it sounds like, that house is in the name of Miss Robin. Ooh, be okay. Robin ain't crazy. That's why Robin ain't trying to get damn married. People over here thinking that it's probably one that don't want the marriage. It seems like it's Robin that may not want it, because I feel like she doesn't know how to have the conversation about the prenup. And I don't know what the laws are in their area. Like, if you don't have one, if you do have one, how much the other partner gets if you're the breadwinner or whatever the case is. But she might know a little something, and she's like, that ain't finna get on my no, ma'am. If this don't work out, hell no. So I don't know. But I'm like, are you really, even if y'all were to get a divorce, would you for real leave him this time? If y'all were to, separate, whatever the case is, I don't really see her ever leaving him. But who knows, child? That's just what I'm wondering. Girl, let me move on. Girl, let me get to the other part. Okay. So then Karen tells her if Michael gets crazy with her, she tells her that she needs to get crazy right back with us, because when people are about to go through a divorce, that's when things get, a bit hectic. So then Ashley says, well, I believe that, my divorce from Michael is going to be very amicable, because, it's something that happened gradually over time. So because it happened gradually over time, I think it'd be more amicable. But I do think, as things get closer, and it gets more real for Michael, like, he might be a bit revengeful. And I'm like, Ashley, that's how all divorces are, girl. They all happen gradually. I just refuse to believe that it's just like, you know what, I'm done. Like, no, I think it's a gradual thing that is probably been in a person's mind. You probably thought about divorcing him before you even had them kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure it's been a great for your situation. Let's just speak to you. The shit that Michael has done on the show for the past few years has definitely been gradual. So that's duh. That don't mean nothing. I said, Ashley, girl, you funny. I feel bad for you a little bit because, girl, you want to believe positive things are going to happen. Here's the thing. Ashley's scared as fuck. Ashley don't want to do nothing because see, that prenup is done with, right? So she is, I guess, liable to 50%, half of his, whatever the case is. But because he's the one that got the most money, I think she's afraid that if she pisses him off, he's going to give her less than what she's really owed. Like, he's going to finesse it and finagle it to where she's not going to really get anything. And I'm like, he's finessing you right now, dear heart, with preparing the proposal and convincing your ass that y'all should put your house in an LLC that both of y'all own. But let's go ahead and keep going. All right. So, what else happened? Yeah. She says that she gets as it gets real for him. We already talked about that. So anyway, Candace and Chris. So they're planning to have babies. So she's gonna be saving her eggs. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like she's pregnant. I think Candace is pregnant. But I just feel like she hasn't announced it yet. She's waiting. Shame on me. I'm not trying to announce her pregnancy at all. I'm just telling you guys what I think. Because I don't want to be that person. But when I saw her on her latest reel and how she had something tied around her stomach, and then when she was doing a little dance, I saw her grabbing her stomach. I was like, is she? I mean, I don't want to really. Maybe she just gained a little weight. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that person. But I'm kind of being that person. So I'm wondering. That would be nice if she is. And she announces it at like the reunion, like, hi guys, I'm oh so many months pregnant. Like, that would be cute. Anyway, so she's planning on having these kids. And she also is planning on continuing her music career. I think she's about to redrop her album. She's going on tours and stuff. So she got a lot going on. This girl booked and busy. She been doing acting. So she got a lot going on. So the doctor tells her, listen, you're going to have to be consistent. We're going to do one treatment. We got a few more treatments coming up. So you're going to have to be consistent. Like, we can't be pushing stuff off. But then she looks at Chris. Understand this, y'all. She looks to Chris and talks to him about his schedule not being consistent. And I'm just kind of like, Candace, I haven't really seen you slow down at all since you dropped your album. So I'm a little confused as to why, you're looking at him like he the one that's inconsistent with stuff because he comes home late and X, Y, Z. And I'm just like, Y'all do the same thing. Like y'all both busy as hell. Like, so if you want him to adjust his schedule, you need to adjust your schedule as well. You feel what I'm saying? So I didn't like how she was kind of like making it all about him, like he was the one that was in the wrong type stuff. Like, fix your schedule, you're doing this, you're doing that, whatever. So, anywho, Chris getting frustrated with her by the time they get to the car. And yeah, I felt like she was being inconsiderate and lacking consideration for his job. And it also seems like, Candace, do you want him to be a stay-at-home dad as you're talking about this? Like, do you want him to be like, what? You want him to be a stay-at-home daddy with the kids while you go out here and you pursue your stuff? I don't think Chris wants that, because even when I guess he didn't have his regular chef job, he was being ridiculed and dragged by the public. So I don't think he wants to be in that position to where anybody could just say those things, about him and all that good jazz or whatever. But yeah, so that's what's going on with them. Let's get to Robin and Sharice, because Sharice is back, and I'm glad to see Sharice. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm glad that she's back a little bit. I should have knew that she was gonna be back, because earlier this year they did a quick story on her over there on their Bravo website. They were talking about Sharice, and I'm like, oh, okay. The fact that y'all decided to do like a little special on her, not on Katie or anybody else, makes me think she could possibly be coming back this season. And here we are. Okay. Sharice was in charge of the girls. Okay. Keep in mind, a lot of people didn't know that. That's what she talked about and shared in that Bravo video. She was in charge of the girls. And when I say in charge of the girls, she was responsible for bringing all these girls to the show and giving them the status that they got now. All right. Shout out to Robin for explaining how she even met Gizelle anyway, was by way of Sharice. So, and I agree with Robin when Robin was like, so for Karen to be like, she's the grand dame, you know what I'm saying? That title really goes to Sharice. And I always agree with Sharice when Sharice sat at the reunion and told her, you're not a grand dame of anything, you know? At the time, she wasn't, but I do think that Karen may be the grand dame. She's like, since Sharice has been gone, Karen has kind of been in charge of the girls just a little bit, okay? Especially with style, because she has definitely surpassed the head woman of Potomac, which would be, Giselle. So there's that, okay? What else? So let's see. So Sharice opens up. Okay, yeah. So Sharice opens up and tells Robin about her sexual relationships. We don't need to hear about that, Sharice. But anyway, so she wants to know about Robin, when Robin is having the wedding, when is the date set, and Robin's just like, I don't know, don't ask me no shit like that. I don't know. I don't know. But why you here and you trying to get in my business? Let me ask you about this prenup. Okay. I just feel like if you're not the breadwinner of the family, you should not be getting half of the money. I kind of agree with Robin. I do. I agree. And Sharice said, wait a minute, BLT, you don't think I need to get half? She's like, no, you don't. You don't think I deserve it? No, I don't. I don't think that you deserve that. You think you deserve that? Yeah, I do. Why do you think you deserve that? Because, all the time that I was loving you, you was busy loving yourself. And you was back home cooking and cleaning, taking care of the kids and all that. So you feel like you deserve it. I think you're entitled to something. Yes. Half, I don't know. But again, who knows, Sean? Maybe things change in the future. Maybe my mindset will change. Maybe I feel the way I feel. Maybe I don't think so. I'm kind of like, take what's yours. You know what I'm saying? Because if I try to get half, you ain't gonna do nothing but give me hell about it anyway. So, I mean, do whatever you're gonna do. Or whatever, girl. I mean, give me something. I ain't saying I won't have. I want something because I was here. I helped. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't trying to say I want half of your money. I mean, just give me like 3/4 or something like that, like a little change, no one half, whatever. Anyway, give me a little coin, child. So what else? So she believes that they should be married, but she wants to kind of like get a prenup. We talked about that. She know he gonna trip. One gonna be mad because again, that's why I feel like one should get something. I do. I feel like one should get something because you lost that man money the last time. So get that man. If y'all happen to separate, get that man a little corner, a little corner of a piece of something. Okay. What else? So she tells Sharice about Ashley and Michael getting a divorce, but they buying a house together. Nobody understands that. None of that makes sense. Sharice thinks Ashley and Michael often make up these stories. She says they often make up these stories, i.e., storylines, and I think that she's just looking for attention from y'all. That's not far fetched to me. That's not far fetched. I'm like, damn, that would be so messed up if Ashley dropped this as her storyline, only for us to go into another season of her still being married to this man. I'm gonna be mad. Girl, a divorce needs to be coming. Okay, it needs to be coming. Like, is this for a storyline? Are you just saying that to be saying it, Ashley? Or what? I hope you are getting a divorce from this nut. But let's go ahead and keep going. All right. So Mia has moved to Potomac. She up the street from Karen. I have to say, Mia's house is the bomb. Mia's house looks better than Karen's, girl. It does. I'm like, girl, Karen, pressure wash, paint the outside. Give us something else. But Mia's house is beautiful. So Mia says that when her mom comes, her mama asks her, like, did you get the results? Did you get whatever? And she was like, she said, first of all, Mia said, about what? I'm like, oh, I don't know, Mia. This ain't a good look. The fact that you asking about what, like you ain't just make this post, people gonna start thinking that you lying again, Mia. All right. So Mia says, well, listen, I have a disease and they want to make sure that it did not spread to my lungs. She said, I did have to get some stitches and stuff because they had to do like a biopsy. They had to pull some things. I had some lumps or whatever that was found in my chest. So they have to run tests on that to see what it is. Okay. Now, I'm not sure. Girl, I gotta look this up. Lymphoma. What is that? I be seeing it on the commercials, but I'm not sure. Okay, general term for cancers that start in the lymph system, the tissues and organs that produce, store, and carry white blood cells that fight infections. The two main kinds of lymphoma are, I don't know how to say that, girl, which spreads in an orderly manner from one lymph node to the next. Oh, wow. Oh, well, that's not good. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. That's what Miss Mia said. That's what she got going on, honey. I hope that's not what it is. Okay. I hope it's like benign. I hope it ain't nothing like that because I don't wish that on her. But she says that she had the chest exams or whatever, and they're gonna figure out what's going on with her. So Karen comes to the house. Mia sits down. They talk about her latest post. Mia says that she took it to social media because her best friend Jacqueline suggested that she did. So I want to know how the fallout happened, and I'm wondering now, like, is Jacqueline? Are you gonna try and turn on her? Because keep in mind, she said you was the one that encouraged her to put it on Instagram. So are you going to then turn around and probably judge her for putting it on Instagram? Like, what's going to happen at the height of the fallout between the both of y'all? Okay. Anyway, so Karen tells her that if I was her, she like, if I were you, I would have approached it differently. She says, because you know how the ladies are in the circle, they're judgmental, they always got something to say, they're gonna question a lot of stuff, and me and say, I don't give a fuck what they're gonna question or what they're gonna say or what they're gonna do. They're gonna do that anyway because they just how they is, okay? And it ain't their life for me to be that much concerned about. For real, for real. So that's what Mia said, girl. And that's where we are. Okay. So we'll see how that's gonna happen. So Wendy, let's get to Wendy. So Wendy meets with Peter Thomas. Interesting. Wendy has gone from professor to commentator to business owner to author to now trying to be a restaurant owner. Now, as much as that sounds so far off of base than who Mia is, I'm not Mia, but Wendy is. I'm kind of like, get your Candy Burris on. Who said that you had to only be one thing? If you feel like you can make it fit and get your coin, girl, get your candy on. Do what you gotta do. I'm not mad at it. Feel what I'm saying? I feel like you getting a whole lot more done than a lot of women that have these platforms and don't fully utilize it. So I'm not me. I keep saying Mia. Wendy's coming on this platform and she's like, I'm gonna maximize it to my fullest potential. And I'm like, well, do you go in, okay? So I felt like also she probably gonna mess around and be acting next. Get her, that's gonna be her next thing she gonna be doing. She's gonna be an actress, all right. So she wants to put a restaurant in Baltimore City. And she says she wants it to be a Nigerian restaurant, right? But then she also opens up talking about how she wanted to be a library, open to the kids from 2 to 4, and something else she said. And Peter was like, hell no, like Peter was like, no, ma'am, ain't nobody trying to be sitting up here watching their kids, ma'am, while they out here getting fucking drunk. I said, I know that's right. I know this. I'm not with you on that, Peter. So, anywho, she talks about putting money up. He asked her, or at least he tells her, you ain't got to put a lot of money up, just 20% you can buy into the company. So based on the location he's trying to get, her 20% would be her putting in $300,000 to purchase another location. Now, some part of me is kind of like, one, Peter, is that your money? Okay. Or is this Cynthia's? And then two, the other thing is is Peter a good businessman because a lot of the locations be closing, but at the same time, he still have locations open, right? I think he has somewhere up there in that Potomac area. I thought he had somewhere in North Carolina, and then he has another restaurant or whatever in Miami or something. So I feel like maybe his ups and downs in the industry might be helpful for Wendy to know as she opens her own. And maybe if she puts in 300,000, she's not taking on such a big risk on owning her own company, her own restaurant or whatever. The only thing is, it is going to take her about 2 years to see a return. So is she going to be okay with that? And it may not even be as much as what she put in, but she'll start seeing a little bit of money over time. I just think Wendy, with her book sense, needs to make sure that she's fully reads the contracts and fully understand, because ain't Eddie an attorney? Let Eddie read the contracts if he agrees to this, and just fully understand what you're getting yourself involved in. That's what I'm thinking, right? So Peter is like, well, what you think? And Eddie gonna think of it because he the one that gotta approve it. She not too sure because honestly, Eddie doesn't. He don't like that she stretch herself too thin. Like, you can't even manage the shit on your plate right now. How you trying to go over here and do this and do that and do that? Well, you know how us women get sometimes, girl. We think that we are Wonder Woman, Superwoman, and we could take on as much as we want to, okay, until we can't no more. So I don't know. I feel I think Wendy's gonna continue to push for what it is she wants until she may see whether or not it's really affecting her kids. I don't think Eddie's opinion is going to be enough to make her stop, but I think if she sees how her children may be affected by her being too busy all the time, she might slow down. But we're also going to see that Wendy's going to end up going into the hospital because she just pushed herself too much. So that may be something to cause her to slow down just a bit. Okay. So there's that. What else we got? Ashley meets with her family, right? She meets with her family, talk about the divorce, the finances. She says in the prenup she would have gotten just a lump sum, but and no alimony. But that, I think they had to be married for 5 years. Now they're married for longer than 5 years, and the prenup is no longer valid. So I'm a little confused because I'm like, well, then now what? I believe she said that she gets half of everything. That's sorry, y'all. I think it's, can y'all still hear me? Let me know that y'all can still hear me. Let me know that you can still hear me. Y'all can hear me? Okay. You hear my background noise too? Hopefully not. Okay, y'all hear me. Y'all hear me. I'm good. Okay. So hopefully you don't hear me. I forgot I had my thing too high. So anyway, let's keep going. All right. Where am I? Um let's see. Okay. Yes. So Ashley, she's okay. So it sounds like what she's saying is that she can get half of everything. Okay. She can get half of everything that Michael has now that they've been married for longer than 5 years. Okay. So she does worry about Michael not being there to support her because she's thinking about her mama, like, you had to do all of this by yourself. So do I got to do this by myself? Like, I don't really want to do that. Right. Then she says that first of all, the kids are funny as hell to me because they were literally in the background being children, and I was cackling like a mother because production didn't stop them. Usually, when the kids are in the scene, they hurry up and get the kids out of the scene. But this time, the kids was just being the kids, and I just thought it was so funny, especially her oldest one that was making all the one that was making all the noises and the faces and doing, like, they are too cute. So she says that she and Michael are supposed to be working on a proposal, and that proposal he's supposed to be drafting up because the family is asking questions like, okay, do you know how much money you're getting? Like, do you have an attorney? She ain't got no attorney. So he's asking all of these questions. And she's like, well, we're working on a proposal. I guess the proposal is supposed to be to divide up things. And the uncle is like, no, like, that's not making any sense. Like, you need to get you an attorney. And I agree 1000% with the uncle, get you an attorney. Okay. What else happened? So she says that Michael, yeah, we talked about that. So she tells them about them getting the house in the LLC name, which is very dumb to me because both of their names are supposed to be on it. And I'm like, Ashley, it sounds like you're so left out of the process that do you know whether or not it's going to be both of y'all names or just his name that's on it? That's what I'm wondering. Okay, so of course they tell her that she needs a lawyer or whatever instead of him being in control, because that's what it's giving. Michael is still in control of everything, and that's why Ashley is afraid to get her own attorney. She's afraid to kind of fight right now in this little moment with Michael, because I think that any pushback she gives him is going to be a drawback on his end, and it's going to make it more difficult for her to get the things that she wants out of him. You feel what I'm saying? And then did I say that in the other part? I'm trying to see. I feel like, did I mention that? Because at some point in the conversation, I think it was with Karen them, it started to make me think that Ashley could be doing this as a storyline and not actually getting a divorce from Michael. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. So Karen sent out tacos to the ladies for them to she sent out an invite. They had real tacos in it, real cute. The girls, Giselle brought her daughters in saying she don't know what spring chic is and can they help her. I said, Giselle, you don't know what anything is when it comes to fashion. Nothing. And I hate her wig so fucking much. I'm so tired of her wig sitting on her head looking like a fucking wig. And it's like, number one, you have a lot of hair. One, why don't you wear your own? Number two, why don't you pull out the front part of your hair and blend it in with the wig? Like, I'm just fucking tired. Like, it's so annoying, Giselle. Like, get this shit together. Anywho, the girls picked out a jumper saying, "Oh, that's cute. Oh my god, I like that. Yes, that's very springy." And I'm like, "Girl, it probably was the best outfit that y'all could choose out of the few." You feel what I'm saying? Out of the few. Anyway, what else? Yeah, so they get to the event. The event was very underwhelming. I did not like the decor. I did not like the long ass table covers falling to the floor. Like I said, this is not, what is this, girl? Anyway, we're introduced to Jacqueline. Giselle arrives first and lets Karen know that she believes Ashley is lying and that she doesn't want a divorce. Karen says, nah, Ashley wants a house. Okay, that's what Ashley wanted. Ashley playing is smart. Okay, she gotta learn how to play it smart. So that's what she doing. Okay, so Ashley arrives and lets the ladies know that she found a house in Arlington, that she has also put a offer in on through the LLC that they got. Girl, I can't. Ashley is now saying that she's separating and not divorcing. Girl, I said, y'all better come through with these motherfucking flashbacks. Because Ashley, you definitely said that y'all were getting a divorce, right? And then you also said that y'all were separating first before you getting the divorce. I don't know why that was so important for you to say first, but maybe you said that so that it can make sense as to why you guys are still so, connected, intertwined at this time, or either again you're using it as a storyline. So Giselle confirms that the house where Robin and Juan, we talked about that, is in Robin's name only. I said, well, that's T, because even Ashley said, say what? So then Ashley is questioning whether she should get this divorce sometimes. And then she also had the audacity to say that she has a coochie craving for Michael. I said, girl, if you do not stop your bullshit today, stop it, ma'am. I had a craving for Michael. No, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. But I had one. And it's like, girl, don't nobody have no coochie craving for that man. Girl, stop it. And you should be the last person lying, saying it's giving, you're trying to give a little bit of an excuse to not divorce him. Maybe separate but not divorce. You had a coochie, like I'm not gonna believe that, especially after last year when they tried to have their little anniversary in the hotel and Michael was barely paying her ass any attention, but he was looking at the wall and stuff. Like it was giving very much so beautiful gowns, like beautiful walls. These walls are nice. I like this. Like he was not paying you any attention. So I don't know why you over here talking about you have a craving for a man that's not into you like that. But anyway, Ashley, girl, what else happening? Um, yeah, Giselle tells her, well, if you hunch on Michael, then that's going to start over the separation process. And Ashley said, oh, well, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So Karen tells her that she not mad. Oh, she says, I'm not mad with you for getting what it is that your kids need. But what I will say is that his name should not be on that LLC. It shouldn't be on your house. It shouldn't at all. And I agree with Karen. Candace and Chris arrives. Ashley and Candace seem to be cordial with each other. I think we saw a scholar too. I was really happy to see a scholar. I was like, look at this scholar. Anyway, so Candace learns about Ashley's divorce by way of Robin. She's ecstatic about it. She's so happy that she says she'll throw the girl a damn divorce party if she can get rid of that mud. All right, according to Miss Candace. Now Wendy shows up. She hugs on the ladies, talk to the ladies and everything. Then when she hug on the ladies, talk to the ladies, she go over there to talk to Giselle to hug on her. Giselle said, I don't touch me now. Don't put your hands on me, girl. No, don't put your hands on me though. Okay, I'm good. I'm beautiful, actually. Girl, I'm the best of the motherfucking best. Okay, I'm the queen of the castle. I'm the only flower in this motherfucking garden, girl. I'm doing very well. Okay, but don't put your hands on me. Okay, all right, scoop it just a little bit. Thank you. I said, girl, we did not have to go this fucking far. Girl, you did not have to do Miss Wendy like that. Now, granted, I understand. Girl, I understand that you're not featuring Wendy. You're not liking her because of last season. You talking about this lady drug your whole family. That lady ain't drug your whole family. And she was doing exactly what it was you was doing. You was coming for her and her family, talking about Eddie being interested in liking IG models and all this other stuff. You were saying a whole lot. Oh, you getting your body done to please your husband because he's out here doing this or that. That's not making any sense. You sat up here and dragged Wendy. Wendy decided to leave it all in the past, go over there and hug you, say, speak to you. Y'all are sorors or whatever. And then you gonna tell this lady to scoot back. Wendy said, well, okay, I like it. Okay. And Giselle said, bye. She was like, okay, bye. I was like, whoo. Good job, Wendy, because you could have cussed her out in that moment. But let her have it. Let her and her nastiness stay right where it's at. And we're gonna go ahead and head out. Okay. So Giselle turns around and I actually holler when Giselle Giselle said, nah, wasn't that the fakest shit ever? Girl, she was really appalled. It was the fakest shit. Girl, that was the fakest shit ever. Like, what the hell is that? Woo, Lord. I said, Giselle, you still pissed about the reads Wendy gave you last season. You still mad, huh? That's what it was. You must have watched that episode before you start filming. So you could stay in your moment of how you felt at that time. Because that's what it's giving. So Giselle says that Giselle, this was another thing. Because she said something else in the confessional about Wendy saying things about her family or whatever. And I said, but you can sit up here, dog the shit out of Karen as well, talk about Ray, how he's into somebody else, do this, do that, but then still want to hug up, love up, hang out with Miss Karen, but you're too good to hug on Miss Wendy. That was you making it clear. I know who I'm gonna have beef with again this season to keep the drama going. Got you. So then, what else? Giselle can barely let Mia get in the building because Mia does show up. Giselle can barely let Mia get in the building before she start asking her about her cancer, saying, "Oh, girl, is this what cancer look like? Is this what it's giving?" So Giselle asked Karen about whether she talked to Mia and about her social media, and I'm like, "Who are y'all to ask somebody that? Like, have you talked to her about her social media? Like, who do you think you are? Like, y'all always trying to police somebody on some etiquette type stuff, and y'all been like that really since this show started, like season 1. Y'all always have been like that. It's just sad that y'all still doing that. Okay. So anyway, but some part of me is like this. Y'all be trying to do it to Candace. I can appreciate y'all are at least doing it to Mia as well. Okay, cool. So Giselle says your post was giving very much attention seeking. And Mia said, well, girl, I don't, no, man. She's like, I don't need to get no attention. Like, I don't need to seek any of that. All right. And then after Robin arrives, Mia goes off on Giselle, and I was here for it. Mia goes off and tells her, listen, when I made that post, girl, she said I was hurting. She says the doctors believe that I have lymphoma and it's been hell for me and my family. And for you to think that I would put a post up to attention seek or whatever, girl, fuck you. Okay. Period. Okay, girl, F you. And the way Karen turned her head and was like, now see, Giselle, I done told you. The way she turned her head, girl, I was hollering. I thought it was just the funniest thing ever. Because Karen was like, now I told this bitch to leave that girl alone. Now I told her, here it is, Giselle getting cussed out yet again. And I ain't got nothing to do with it, okay? So that was pretty much the episode. You know, it was cute or whatnot. We'll see what the season is going to give us over time, all right? Let's see what you guys are saying. I do appreciate that Robin called out everyone because they all said the same thing. I may not be too keen on Mia, but I would have knocked Giselle his. I agree with Giselle on this one. Mia is a known liar. She put 20 on 10 all the time. I mean, that is true. We may learn more about that as the season goes on. What else? Why is Mullet still on the show? Ooh, she should be permanently embarrassed by the cheating passer. Ooh, not Mullet. My God, today. All right. In the midst of trying to destroy Wendy's marriage, but mad that she spoke facts about your life. Exactly. 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 She thought Giselle actually got over things as fast as she expects people to get over the SHI. She says to them, yeah, yeah. That's why Jizzy hateful. What hateful stuff? Oh, that's why Jizzy hateful stuff gonna be super lonely when the girls leave. Can't even make a friend out of a coworker. Listen, when Giselle was talking about her daughters, she wanted to cry. They kept the camera on her, and that's what I don't like about Giselle. Like, girl, if you misty eyed over your daughters getting older, like, girl, I feel you on that. Like, shed a tear. Come on, Nikki, drop a tear. Drop a tear. Drop a tear, Giselle. I can't stand how production be trying to protect her in that case. But y'all constantly show whenever, Miss Candace got her triangle napkin up to her eye. It's like, show Giselle too. I don't know why she was giving Wendy so much smoke when her and old boy did in fact break up. She just say no thank you and move along. She dragged your mom and that's it. And the man was for the streets. Period. Jamie, did you see how extra friendly Giselle was being with Chris? I didn't really notice that. I didn't really notice it at that time. Low key, I was here for Giselle. LOL. Love you, Wendy, though. Let's see. Ashley is too pretty to be chasing that old man, girl. If you don't get someone your own age, okay? Question: did Michael have a coochie craving? Is the ooh baby? Listen, he did. He had a coochie craving for the other lady that was down there that was trying to get on his wife. Okay, so there's that. Thank you so much, Claudette, for the super chat. I missed the live, but hey, honey, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Let's see. And then I'm gonna wrap this up. Giselle is upset with Wendy for what she started. Wendy finished and she couldn't keep up. All right. So there's that. All right. I thank you guys so much for joining. Please be sure to hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Subscribe to both channels, Jamie That's Me and Jamie That's Me too. All right. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie That's Me. And I will catch you guys in the next one, honey. Bye bye.